Dad used to tell me that, Saif, get the grades at UOB if you want to become successful. In my gavel days, Toastmaster Quorum used to tell me that, Saif, win the GMAC, you will be successful. Not only this, my current boss tells me that, Saif, please stop flirting with the girl next office if you want to become successful. This is my life story, ladies and gentlemen. But I was always confused that what do you mean by the word successful? Because if somebody tells you, eat like a cow, then you become fat. I know you're talking about Quran, I can imagine that. But I cannot relate to the word successful, because if you say the word successful, you can be rich, but you cannot be successful. But if you are, let's say, you don't have money, you can still be successful, right? So there was always this question mark in my mind, what do you mean by success? So as always, I did research. And I found out on Google, I just searched, who is the most influential man in history? I discovered that it was Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, according to the first search on Google. Ladies and gentlemen, as I can see your faces right now, I myself was baffled, because this was not something new to me. When I read more about it, it changed my perspective, because I learned that this person also had a different identity. He was an emperor, he was a ruler, he was a judge, he was an economist, he was a businessman, he was a refuge of the protector, refuge of the poor, and refuge of the orphans. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most inspiring things I learned from this man is that despite being the emperor of a vast portion of the land, which after Islam extended to Asia and to Europe, that landscape, I learned that he did not forget the importance of priority. Prioritizing the most important things in our lives. Family, community, wealth, and health. Ladies and gentlemen, when you think about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, we think of probably a saint. We think of a religious man. But you forget at the same time that he was also a human being like me and you. He had a life, he had a family, he had neighbors, he had to take care of his health. What I learned after researching on him is that when it came to his family, he was one of the most amazing persons I read about. Because his wife, Aisha, narrated to us that he was the most loving person to her. He used to give her gifts. He used to make her feel romantic. He used to give her gifts, he used to take her out on picnics. Not only this, he used to play games with her. He used to make her run. And he was kind to his kids, and very loving to his kids. He also told about his family, about our relationships, that your mother is the best companion you should be with. She deserves your company the most. Ladies and gentlemen, he also said and inspired the world later that Jannat, paradise, lies at the feet of the mother. The next dimension of his life is that community. If you read more about his life, you will realize that his neighbors of all the races, of all the colors, loved him because he gave two things of his life to them: his money and his time. Ladies and gentlemen, his neighbors said that he was one of the best persons they have come across in their life. He was supportive, helpful, and talked to them in their times of need. In fact, one of the neighbors didn't like him at all for weird reasons, but he came to them. He came to them at the time of their illness and gave them gifts. And smiled at the same time. Not only this, ladies and gentlemen, when it came to health, you would imagine that an Arab man, how fit they are generally, according to stereotypes. But this man, believe it or not, had a flat stomach. Can you imagine one of the sunnat of the Prophet is to have a flat stomach? Not bad, a flat stomach? Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? Yes. So what I read, or what I learned, is that health care was very important to him. He was very active physically, and he only ate for what he needed, and not that things which would make him fat. And this was something which blew my mind. Not only this, we would think that if he's a pious man, he would not care about his wealth, he would live on the road. But what I learned is that as an individual, he, in his 20s, he was a very successful businessman. In fact, he encouraged trade and business and economics. Ladies and gentlemen, he told once to all of his companions that God loves the man who works hard to earn his bread. He also said the man who wants to pursue true wealth, uses fair means, does things to support himself, does support his family, and does good things and helps his neighbor, on the day of judgment, his face will be like the moon, will be like the light of the moon. Ladies and gentlemen, remember this thing, that this man, as we know, has more dimensions to his life. He was a family, he was a father, he was a kid, and he was a neighbor. So let's look into him from different dimensions, and let's learn this lesson that if you want to become successful in your life, whether it's your pursuit for wealth, don't forget that what defines a man's success is not really money. It's all the dimensions. It's your family life, it's your health, it's the role you take in your community. Because what's the good of being a good world's richest man like Steve Jobs when your employees hate you, when they say you're cruel, when they say that he's a pathetic person? Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to pursue success, keep these 4 things in mind at least, and then go ahead and change the world. Back to you, Master Saif.